Now that we've done our meeting times for this class, we are ready to move on to the next item. And the next item on our list is contact information. So I'm going to click on our contact information green button towards the top of our screen here. And you can still see we have this information symbol, which means if you remember, we have to activate that item. If I try to put all my contact information in here, I am not using the syllabus correctly. So I'm going to click save. All right, now I have contact information right underneath meeting times. And from here, I can have, once again, as many contact entries as I'd like. And for this example, I know we only did one sample for meeting times, but for contact information, I'm going to do two examples. So I'm going to do kind of a lead instructor, and I'm also going to show you how to do someone like a grad assistant, because there are office hours for contact entries, and you're going to see that in a second. So I'm going to click on this green contact entry button. And from here, now you can see all of the fields that we need to fill out for this contact information. So I'm going to say lead instructor is my role, and I'm going to put professor, and then I'm going to fill out my details here. And it can autofill. This is one warning that I like to give, though, with autofill, because be careful with what you actually select for autofill. Your internet browser is just going to fill out what it sees you fill out the most. So I'm actually not going to use autofill here. This way we avoid any potential contact information getting out that we don't want to get out, or something like a personal address for an email or something like that. So I'm going to put my work email. I could put my office number if I wanted to, but for this example, I'm going to leave it blank because you have a lot of freedom with how you want to fill out these fields. If I had a website, I can also put a website in. So I'm just going to leave those be for now. Actually, I'll put my office number in. We'll do Science Hall 200J. There we go. And then we are good to go there. Website, I'm going to leave blank. Notes area, I'm going to leave blank. And I'm going to click save. Once I do so, you can see lead instructor and my title all kind of grouped together nicely here. It also has my email and my office really clear for students to see. Another thing that happened as soon as I clicked save is notice how another green button appeared for office hours. This is kind of showing you that relationship between items, sub-items, and sub-items underneath a sub-item. So a sub-sub-item. This would be considered a sub-sub-item. And I'm going to click on this because you can have as many sets of office hours as needed for every single contact entry. Why is it set up that way? It's set up that way because there's a good chance that you have different sets of office hours throughout the week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you might have different offerings from Tuesday, Thursday. In addition, if I have a second set of contact information for my GSA, there is a good chance that they have different office hours from myself as the lead instructor. So I'm going to fill out some office hours just for our lead instructor here so you can see it. And you have a lot of freedom with what you want to do here. I'm going to say for when all semester, but you have freedom to leave that blank. You can say whatever you want there. You can even see from the example when I just click in the box, another example is an hour following class. Maybe you have some office hours, but I'm going to say all semester for the when, because I'm going to show you a little trick that I do. And then I'm going to include the days and times. Let's say I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And let's do some morning hours from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. I can still put my office if I want. And for the notes area, I could say anything that I want to, but I'm going to leave the notes area blank for just a second, and I'm going to click save. And I just want to show you what this looks like. So I said it's all semester long, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. in my office. I'm going to add a second set of office hours here so you can see how you can manipulate some of those fields. And I'm just going to click on that same green office hours button. Now for the when, I'm going to leave it blank. I know that seems strange, but just follow me for a second. I'm going to leave that blank. And I'm going to also say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because let's say I have some afternoon office hours after class as well. So I can say from 1 p.m. Let's go to 2 p.m. So literally the hour following class, and I can say it's in my office. Here's where I'm going to fill out the notes section. A question that I get asked frequently is, well, what if I want students to set up an appointment before coming to office hours? from my perspective, that makes perfect sense, especially if you teach a lot of extracurriculars or you might be hanging out in another faculty member's office. Totally understand. Here's where you're going to add it. You'll add it into the notes area. You can say, always email me before attending office hours. Or you can say, set it up by appointment. But here's why I didn't put it in the notes area for the first entry that we created. I'm going to click save just so you see this. From here, I think this looks really clean because from the student perspective, they see it's all semester long. You're listing out the actual times. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then the notes are for all of those entries. So always email me before attending office hours. You can play with that. So if you only require them to email you for the morning office hours, you can leave that note up there and then leave no notes for your afternoon offerings. But I just think that flows well, and it's a question that I get asked often.